Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cleopatra back at it again with another video, and if you couldn't tell, I am actually in a different room because today I decided to film in my new bedroom. But anyway, that is not what today's video is about. So the other day I was scrolling through my Pinterest feed, just relaxing, minding my own business, and then out of nowhere I came across this super cute clock, and then I thought to myself, hey, I can actually DIY this clock myself. So that's actually what inspired today's video. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your own DIY Pinterest inspired clocks, and actually I made a tester one. So this is what the clock that I bought looks like. Like, this is just the original version. It looks pretty plain, pretty simple. And then this is the one that I actually DIY'd, and all I used to DIY this was just paint. But if I could redo this DIY, one thing that I would do is I would probably get rid of the sun. But anyways, overall, I really think this clock turned out super cute, and if you compare it to the original version, it looks a lot more eye-catching, and I think it looks a lot more better personally. So I hope you guys are just as excited as I am, and without further ado, let's get started. So to make this DIY, all you need are 2 clocks, some paint of your choice, some assortments of paintbrushes, a screwdriver, a wooden board, a glue gun, and some glue gun sticks. So as you can see, the first thing that I did was I just unscrewed the clock out of its body, and right here all we have are just the faces. And remember to keep the handles to the clock and to also keep like the frame on the outside. And keep in mind, when you're going to go buy your clock, don't go out to like IKEA and spend like $18 on a clock. You can literally just go to your local dollar store and get a $3 clock, so when you're disassembling your clock, you don't feel bad about it. So first we're going to start off by painting the face of our clock white, and I'm just using some acrylic paint. And again, all of these supplies that I'm using I got from the dollar store, so they're going to be super cheap and it's really easy to find. And the reason why we're painting the face of our clock white is so when we put other colors on top, they apply a lot easier and a lot smoother, and also when we put other colors on top, they look a lot more vibrant and they pop out a lot more. And also, do not be afraid to paint over top of the numbers because we will be outlining them later. So after I finished painting my clock, I did about 3 to 4 coats of a white paint because I really wanted to have a really solid white opaque color for my background. And then after that, I let it dry overnight. So the next day when I woke up, I took my clock outside and I got a black garbage bag, laid it in the grass, and I basically took the paint colors that I had, and the colors that I used were neon pink, neon yellow, and I also used ocean blue. And I just took a paintbrush and I just splattered those colors all over the clock. And personally, I'm looking at the clock right now and I really love the way it turned out, because for this design, you can literally, it's literally impossible to mess up this design. And I really like it because of those pops of colors. And as far as it goes for you guys, you can choose whichever design you want on your clock, and you can literally let your imagination go wild and just be creative, you guys. Okay, so for this next clock, I decided to do yet again another ombre, and for this ombre, I decided to use neon pink, and I also decided to use this dark blue color. And basically for this ombre, you're going to paint the colors on, and then you're going to use your sponge brush and you're going to dab it in between your 2 colors, and this is going to help form the ombre because it's going to blend these 2 colors together, and it's going to create another color in the middle, and that's basically going to be our transition color. And that's how we're going to be able to transition from neon pink to the dark blue. But as far as design goes, you guys can literally let your imagination go wild and just let your creativity flow and just do whichever design your heart desires. Okay, so since last time, as you can see here, the first thing I did was I finished up the ombre on this clock, and for this one, as I said before, I did about 3 to 4 coats. And then for this clock, I just added some more color to it because the way it looked in the beginning, I felt like it looked pretty plain. And for this clock, I just kept it the same, did nothing different. But for all 3 of these clocks, I took the frame for the clock and I glued it to the back well, not the back, but I glued it to the front of the face using a glue gun, and this just helps ensure that the frame and the face will stay together no matter what, and they won't fall apart anytime soon. Okay, so I forgot to mention this in the last scene, but for these two clocks, I just painted over top of the numbers so you'd be able to see them a lot better and so they would stand out. So now we're going to put these to the side and we're going to focus on our board. So we're going to be putting these clocks on a board, and if you want, you could do it horizontal or you could do it vertical. I personally chose to do it horizontal. So this board was originally this like brown wood color and I didn't really like it, so I took the board and I painted it with some white acrylic paint. And this took about 3 to 4 coats. And when it comes to hanging up this board, you have two options. You can either glue some string on the back and hang it up, or you could drill 2 holes in the back and hang it up using nails. Each one is fine. I personally prefer drilling some holes in the back because it's a lot sturdier and it's more reliable. So all I did was I got a ruler and a pencil and I traced a line. So this is a line where I want like the holes to be, because if you try to eyeball it, most likely it's probably not going to be as straight as you want it to be. And then after, I also did another line on top, and this is just going to center where I want the hole to be. And then you're going to take your drill and you're going to drill in 2 holes on the area where you want the circle to be. But if you do not want to do this step, all you have to do is you just have to take some yarn and a glue gun, glue the yarn on this side, and then you can hang it up and then you're done. Okay, so after you've traced the lines on your board, you're just gonna flip it over like this. And basically you're going to put your screw in, and this is a screw that I'm going to be using today, and I will put a like little, I guess you could say like, I'll just put the number of the screw that I'm using on the screen so you guys can know which number to use as well. So I'm just going to be putting this screw in, and make sure when you put it in, it's straight. And just a disclaimer to keep in mind that when you're doing this step, this can be very dangerous, and it's very important that you have parent supervision with you, or you either get your older brother or your dad or someone who is qualified and knows how to use a drill to use it, because you could seriously injure yourself and hurt yourself. So basically I'm just going to be taking my drill, make sure it's charged, and then after I'm going to be lining it up. So like the intersection, that's where I want the circle to be, and that's where I'm just going to start drilling until I get a hole. After you are done drilling the holes on the back of the board, the next thing you are going to do is you're going to take your glue gun, load it up with some glue gun sticks, and basically we're going to be gluing the clocks on the back of the board. So I've already glued these 2 down with the glue gun, and basically we're just going to be putting glue on these 4 points, and then we're going to be pressing it down. If you try putting the glue directly on the board, you could be a little off, and then you'll get glue gun everywhere. And then when you try to peel it, it's going to peel off the paint, and then you're going to have to repaint it, and it's just going to be too much of a disaster, and it's just going to create a big mess. So you're just going to put 1 little drop there, 1 there, push that down, 1 there, 1 there, and you have to try to be quick at the same time because you don't want your glue gun to dry, because that's going to suck. And then position it in the place that you want, and now you are done. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun making this DIY. And if you have any future videos that you'd like to see, don't forget to comment them down below, or don't forget to comment anything that you enjoyed about today's video. So that is it. I'll see you guys later. Bye!